Yeah, the name as usual is Kofi Ali Abdul Yake. And what we are doing here as the coordinator of Action Group of Africa is looking at the role of the African in the African Union. What is keeping the African Union stagnated? Every African will no doubt say that the African Union is not a working project. It's a project that seems to be far away from the average African. He sees the project as an alien project. The more you appeal to an African on what the African Union is all about, the more distant he seems the whole thing is. In fact, a lot of Africans have come to the conclusion that it's an alien institution by some people whom they don't know. Our job has always been getting to these people in their various circumstances to explain to them critically that this union they are seeing is the union of the people of Africa. Well, I will not bother you with who is a person in the African Union and who is not. It's not my place to do that. But I know it is in our interest as a people to work on what we have got. In other words, what we are in control of as against what we don't have control of. For example, in most cases, our brothers in the diaspora sometimes feel they are being left out. We didn't intend to leave anybody out, but practically, we are seeing the people in the various countries as states of the members of the African Union whose financial contribution is keeping the African Union going. In other words, these people are paying their tax directly or indirectly to their state government, and the state government is handing over this money to the African Union. But there is no responsibility or accountability to these people. Again, we have the same African Union that is appealing to the various countries to practice democracy, accountability and responsibility to their people, as if those in the African Union are immune from any form of democracy. If they believe democracy is good, why are we not starting it with them? I want to believe that democracy must start from the African Union, not in the various countries, especially the countries that are at war with one another. Democracy is supposed to be a cause of prosperity. Democracy is supposed to be the challenge that involves everybody, which I call it representative consultation or consultative representation. So at this point in time, we'll be talking about what I refer to consultative representation in the African Union and how practically we can get this done. Now, on consultative representation, what are we talking about here? Consultative representation is consulting a people on what they want as their representative, so that you'll be able to know what to do for them. And this principles is on which democracy is based on. We can have a situation where people are consulted and a situation where they are not consulted. When you talk about consultative representation, and a very typical good case is when I was coming to the my Okechukwu's house. I happened to give him a call. I'm going to his house, a place I've been to before, and I gave him a call. Mister, I want to get to your house. He is the one who was able to give me the direction to his house, and so I knew what he wanted, and I was able to go there. So if I had gone without consulting him, I wouldn't have known where he is. This is exactly what we are talking about. There are people all over Africa. You can never know Africa than the man on the land of Africa whose concern you are there to address. And we can't have everybody to do everything for himself. Somebody has to do it, and the African Union has a role to play here. So if somebody is going to work for somebody, for example in Delta State, or in Akwapim in Accra, or somewhere in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, yeah, or somewhere in Shalmaksha in Egypt, you need to consult the person because he knows his problem. Let him tell you at the African Union what his problem is. His president may not know all the problems. And this is what we are saying. This consultative forum should create an atmosphere that will allow us to take the ballot box to the man in his village. What we want to do here is this consultative representation. We have a channel of consultation, and these channels are too long. The longer the channel of consultation, the more the cost of consultation, and the more the bureaucracy and representation and the red tapeism. We want to cut off as practically as much as possible, that the African will be the one who will communicate directly to his representative at the African Union. And we are talking about the chairman of the African Union Commission directly. Africans are proud when they see Americans coming out with a result in a democracy. Ours may not be perfect, but there is always a place to start. So, the consultative representation that will involve the people directly is what we call democracy. We must evolve a mechanism that will allow the African directly, individually. We have 850 million people. Whatever be their disagreement, for them to come and in their villages, they don't need to go to the African Union, they don't need to go to Addis Ababa to cast their vote. This vote is their right. You can never get a politician to deliver his goods as he promised you without you paying him. How do you pay the politician? The money you pay the politician is your ballot paper. The ballot box, you put your paper in to decide which politician you want to lead you. When you give your politician the mandate, then the politician will now be in the position to deliver the promise or not. But without paying your price, you have not casted your vote. And you want the people in Addis Ababa to do something. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. You will fight and kill everybody in Africa and won't get anything out of it. Let these people, human beings, let them cast their vote. We believe, the Action Group of Africa, that this age and day is the only chance we have now for these people to express themselves in the way they want. The leaders have proven that yes, we have started the voting with them. They have proven it's possible. At least we have Dr. Champagne. Remember, there was a man called Professor Alpha Omar Konari. Now Champagne. We may be having another one in 4 years' time to come. Let the people be involved. This is what we call democracy, and it's a must. What we need to fight for, Action Group of Africa, is on the ground. It's in your villages, appealing to you to get up and stand up and fight for your right. Cast your vote. Don't allow anybody to fool you. Thank you very much.